Here's our next function. We're going to try to find the zeros. So to start off with, I'm going to make a list of possible zeros. So to find the possible zeros, I'm going to do the factors of 30. So that'd be 1 and 30, 2 and 15, and 3 and 10. And then the factors of the leading coefficient, which is this number, are plus or minus 1. So from this, I can make a list of the ones that I would want to use for guess and check. So 1 divided by 1, I know I want to try 1 and negative 1. 2 divided by 1, I want to try 2 and negative 2. 3 and negative 3. 10 and negative 10. 15 and negative 15, 30 and negative 30. So this is the list of possible zeros, ones that could possibly work. So I can use guess and check to try these out and see which one works. Now, if you have a graphing calculator, or if you want to use the app on your Chromebook, we can actually have the calculator help us find the zeros. We know that a 0 is going to have some number for x and 0 for y. So I'm going to plug this equation into my calculator and see if it will find a 0 for me. Let me see if this is a little better here. If you can see that or not. Yep, that's a little better. So I'm going to type in the equation x cubed. Yeah, this calculator actually isn't bright enough. Let me see if I can fix that. Hard to see on this one. And that one, see if it's any better. Still very hard to see. We'll see here. Okay, so let's go to y equals, and let's type in our equation. X cubed minus 4x squared minus 11x plus 30. So I'm going to hit graph. What I'm looking for is the places where this crosses the x-axis. It sort of looks like it crosses over here at negative 3. It looks like it crosses at 2. And then it looks like it crosses again at maybe around 5. It's hard to tell by looking at the graph, so I'm going to hit second graph and look at the table. And I'm looking for the places where I have a number for x and a 0 for y. And what I notice is if I go down here to 2, I have a number for x and a 0 for y, so I know that I want to try 2. I also see that at 5, I have a number for x and a 0 for y. I'm going to kind of look a little farther here. I thought there was one in the negatives. So I'm going to go up here to negative, and oh, I notice at negative 3 for x, I get 0 for y. So instead of guess and check, we could do this by guess and check, and if you're in college algebra and your teacher doesn't let you use a graphing calculator, you'll have to do this by guess and check. But since we have access to a graphing calculator, we're going to use those to narrow down our search. So I'm going to start with 2. Bring down the 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4. Negative 15 times 2 is negative 30. That does give me 0. That makes me happy. So I know that 2, 0 is one of our zeros. I'm going to try the next one. So let's see here. This was x to the third. So if I was writing this, this would be x squared. So x squared minus 2x minus 15 equals 0. This factors to x minus 5 times x plus 3. So x equals 5 is a 0, and x equals negative 3 is a 0. And when we looked at our calculator, that's exactly what we saw. Negative 3, 5, and 2. So I know I have an intercept at 5, 0, and an intercept at negative 3, 0. That's where it would cross the line, the x-axis.